Yeah, and it's my mom. Hang on a minute, this will be fun. Mom, I'm gaming right now!
Yes. Yes, you are.
Mom, I'm gaming right now! With my friends, Mom!
Hey, don't do that, me! Hey, I'm here too!
Mom! I'm gaming with my friends! What do you want?
Hey,
And I'm streaming, Mom! Mom!
I'm hanging up.
I love you, Mom.
Only 5 minutes left. A fire team that fights together stays together. Double down. Tell them to line up faster. Fantastic work.
Oh my God. I didn't just do that, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I think Marv would have been very proud of me in that moment.
I have the holocron. See her. She didn't make it, Grease.
Here? Did you get
Ah! Ah! I don't know what happened there. Wikipedia for me, but I have a Wikipedia. And I hate it. Oh wait, is that an empty? Tell me that's an empty suit. Okay, it's an empty suit. Okay. Oh, but I don't like the music that's playing. I do not care for the music that is playing right now. And there's a lot of ammo around here. I could have swore that was somebody hanging there. I could have swore that was somebody hanging there.
Which
And-
should be the upcoming update that's...
What the hell is that?
That is Barry. Barry. So you gotta say hey to
So
Barry.
is this the haunted house in the Halloween season?
More or less.
And they just keep all their
just keep going along.
their
You're doing
prop?
fine. You're doing fine.
Oh, fuck, what was that? What is that? What the hell is that?
What was that? I don't know. You tell me.
What was that? Okay, yeah, you know what? T, you know I will get you for this.
Yeah, I know.
I
Oh,
will get you.
bullshit! You're the one, dude. You're the one that took me to TWA at night. I don't want to fucking.
Oh, well, I missed this.
All right. Anything on
here
your
we go.
EMF?
Do you want to play ball with me? Okay. Fuck that.
We are off and running, chat. Here we go. All right, Phil, move forward. Now, Phil, I will tell you right now, I will not leave you alone in this game. Open this door, Phil. Open this door to your left.
The one that I'm okay.
Yeah, the one on the left. Okay, walk in there. And read what is on the portrait, Phil.
How was that? Was that you?
No.
Because I didn't read anything and I just heard a noise.
No. Just
Magna.
Fuck you, dude. This is awesome.
That switch does not seem to do anything. Exactly. It just shuts off the armor.
Shuts off the armor.
Alright, let me see if there's a switch over here.
Might be one.
These switches here.
That was not us.
Again. Alright.
I think I heard Sabrina say mom.
Huh?
What?
She didn't
I thought
say
you were in
that.
another room.
No, she didn't say anything.
Did you not?
I heard that.
I thought that was.
I thought that was Serena. I heard Mom.
Me too.
I heard it too.
It wasn't.
That was not a real person.
I'll tell you what, I know, I'm gonna take a seat over here.
Maker.
Maker. You're probably told not to speak to strangers. And that's fine. That's fine. My name is T. And over there's my...
Was that you squeaking?
Ooh, no, that wasn't. I heard that.
Yeah, that's now I hear you squeaking.
I heard
What was that? It sounded like a voice.
I don't... It did.
Yeah, it wasn't your. Cause
No,
I
it
hear you
wasn't me.
squeaking
It
now,
wasn't.
and doesn't
Nothing got
sound
caught
like
in my throat. There was. I marked it, but it was a mumble. Did you heard that, right?
100%.
Cat, I swear, are you really doing this to me? Are you seeing this? Ah! Damn it, Cat! Don't. Oh my God! The cat. You little jerk! Man? What did you do to my game, Cat? I swear to God.
Is that still going off in there, Tina? I would like the cat balls. Someone needs some cat balls.
What was that?
Someone needs some cat balls. You have.
What is that? What is that? Do you hear that, Pip? It's a very wow. Hang on. It's a very rushed. It sounds like a rushed whisper.
Someone needs some cat balls.
I'm now slowing it down to 175. I'm hearing turn around. Does anyone else hear that? Which is ironic when you think about it, because usually people say, "Oh, all theaters are haunted." I don't think all theaters are haunted.
Well, this one's definitely definitely.
I mean, something's.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
But-
They're just not talking to us right now.
They're just not talking to us right now.
You want to go into the green room?
But I ask you, since when does an actor never want to talk about themselves?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, it's me, Twitch Dad, and I'm here. Yeah, this is where it starts to get super creepy. This is the game Cyberpunk 2077 wanted to be, chat. I'm just gonna come out and say it. This is the game Cyberpunk 2077 wanted to be. So there you go.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Okay. Glad I got that out of my system. Overriding it could destroy my software, but I made that choice when I hooked into that first computer and the consequences it would bring. I'm sorry we won't see the outside together. But I needed to carry on the memories of humanity to hold on to the past. But I see futures in companions and you. Here, let me take that off of you. You were my friend, the very best I could have asked for. Oh, damn it. This is going to be another Last of Us ending where I cry, isn't it? I'm tearing up already. Oh. He's headbutting him. Oh. Oh, my heart! Oh, my heart! Oh. I crying in a video game? Oh my god. Oh, I did it, hon. I did it, hon. I am. I finished Stray. Worth every minute. Worth every minute. I'll move your butt just a little bit.
What?
I wonder if she's pregnant.
She does look like. I was just wondering if her belly was a little bit big.
Yeah,
Maybe that might be why she's hungry.
that might be.
So, Jack, you are upset that Wesley fought for Virginia, fought against his own people from Gettysburg. That must have been aggravating.
Did you just whisper? Did you just whisper?
Keep going. Everything you got.
No, I don't know. I'm worried.
He's back at red.
Come on.
Oh no.
Steve
We got him.
Saylor! Steve Saylor! You did it! You did it! Congratulations, Steve Saylor! You just picked up your second seal. That's a motherfucking raid seal. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go!
Teams. I fucking love it when T gets hyped. The teammate entirely of your clan. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
Yeah, you just saw 80 inches of me touching my nipples on your wall. You're never gonna look at your wall the same way again. Okay. So this is the thing I love about content creation ever since the days of podcasting is trying something new. And I'm trying something new tonight. So everybody strap in. Thank you very much for being here on both channels. How you doing, everybody? You are here with the T-Monster. I am the T-Monster. And tonight, the thing I was planning for Friday night, I had to move to tonight because this was the best time for me to do it. And right now I'm just, well, I already got a like. I've already got a like on YouTube. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. All right. All right, so let me bring everybody up to speed. Bring everybody up to speed. What the hell am I doing? Well, okay, as you know, well, first off, as you can see, I'm wearing the latest TwitchCon fashion. TwitchCon started off, they just were swinging for the fences straight off the bat. They started by saying, "Hey everybody, I'm Loco. Here's my girlfriend. Let's get married." I mean, boom. That's what they led with. So that kind of gives you an idea. Oh, wait a minute. That kind of gives you an idea of exactly what it is that they started off with, right? And then they said, "Oh yeah, by the way, we just saw this lovely couple just get engaged. Now we're going to allow you to multi-stream." And again, boom, mind blown. Marcus over in YouTube. Hi there. Thank you very much for being here. Oh, wait a minute. I think I found where I have multi-stream in one window. Okay, that should work. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, Marcus and Rican, thank you very much for joining me over on YouTube. Yes, tonight we are simulcasting on YouTube. Now this is not a new thing for me because I have simulcast before. Look at this, Big Marvinci coming in with 59 months. You need to find out why that is stuck like that subscribe button. But thank you, Marv. And, of course, Spence, one of my mods, thank you very much, over on Twitch basically says, farts. It works. I see Twitch over here. Thank you very much, everybody. Multi-streaming is not new to me because I tend to take my paranormal stuff and post it on on Twitch, you know, as well as YouTube when I'm out doing the live streaming. But I was thinking about how I could do more since I now have the ability to do it, you know, without any kind of worry. I was trying to figure out, well, how could I best take advantage of this? How could I best, you know, take advantage of both platforms and show people what I'm doing? Because as tempting as it was to just multi-stream on this channel, I did not want to necessarily multi-stream everything that I do on Twitch on YouTube as well, because YouTube is old spirits. And if you wonder, if you watch me do this, like I'm referring to as if Phil Rossi or my YouTube audience was standing over here, that is not necessarily the case. What's happening is that I have my YouTube open here. I have Twitch open here. But I was trying to figure out how I could bridge that gap. And while I love playing, you know, paranormal adjacent games like Phasmophobia, like Dead Space and games of that nature, I did not necessarily think that would be the best thing to just kind of throw into my Twitch feed as well as my YouTube feed, because YouTube is dedicated to old spirits. You know? So I wanted to figure out how could I be on brand. Well, okay, you know what? If I ever streamed Ghostbusters or Phasmophobia or Demonologist, you know, that would work. But then I was like, yeah, but then if I want to stream Destiny, that's going to go somewhere else. Are the rules on Twitch as rough as here? They can be. They can be, Rican. And I am pronouncing that right, correct? Rican, R-I-C-A-N. And if I'm not, please let me know. They're not as stringent. I mean, there's certain words that I can say, certain things that I can say on Twitch that might get me a wag of the finger, but they won't get me demonetized or anything like that on YouTube. Not that I'm getting monetized, not monetizing anything yet. Long story short, because I know I've already made it too long. It dawned on me that I've been doing evidence review on Twitch, and I thought to myself, why am I not doing this on YouTube? Why am I not? No one else is doing this on YouTube, apparently. No one else is doing this on YouTube. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to go on ahead and give this a shot just to see what you all think about it. Because I know that I have an audience on Twitch. I also have an audience on YouTube, small as it may be, on both platforms. But, you know, one thing that I think both my YouTube audience and my Twitch audience have in common is they enjoy the paranormal. They enjoy what Phil and I do with the paranormal and how we approach it. And I thought maybe I should give you guys a look behind the scenes and show you how the sausage is made. And we go on ahead and we do what I've been doing on Twitch, which has been live evidence review. And what I've noticed with live evidence review is that my Twitch audience has really enjoyed it. They've enjoyed it quite a bit because they get to see how not only what you go through with reviewing of the evidence, and you not only go through all the different steps in how paranormal investigators treat the evidence, but you also see how a show is made. And I was like, okay, I don't mind doing this on YouTube as well as Twitch. I think it would work. I think it'd be hella fun to be able to do this. And so that's what we're doing here now. That's what we're doing here. And what's really nice too is that if you do pop in and decide to watch these evidence review shows, you'll actually get a sneak peek as to what is coming. But the main reason I do this, the main reason that I offer up a paranormal investigation review show or evidence review show is that I can go on ahead and just give open transparency on this is what I am looking at. This hasn't been, this is the raw footage, and you see what I do with it. And along with seeing what you do with it, you also get the extra cat cams. I did want. Now this is a quick little just chatting portion of the show, but I did want to point out something about the cat you see in the upper window. Did I see the news that I sent on Discord? No, I did not, Spence, but I will take a quick look at that. Oh, look! I have a message waiting for me from Resident Moon. Really? I guess I can talk about that. But guess what, everybody? The Ghost Brothers are going to be on YouTube now. I will double down on both platforms and tell you this. I honestly think this has everything to do. This has everything to do with the success that Project Fear has had. I guarantee you that is a thing. They must have been able to find some local editors that said, yes, we will help you edit. And I mean, good on them. Frickin' A, good on them. That is tremendous news. And that is pretty damn awesome. That is pretty damn awesome. So I am missing a file here, but I think I can quickly and easily get that. And now so the cat's up in the top corner, and then I can so before we get into the groove of reviewing footage and all that stuff, they want to give a little bit of news around. I know, Rican, I'm a huge fan of the Ghost Brothers. In fact, funny you should mention the Ghost Brothers, Spence, because myself, Pip, Phil, Tina, and the Rossi fam, we're all going to Penhurst Paracon next year, in 2024, because they had me at Project Fear, but they cemented me paying for the VIP tickets because the Ghost Brothers were also going to be in attendance as guests. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm in. I am totes in. Pretty much a lot of the same folks that are involved. You've got Kindred Spirits are going to be there. The Ghost Hunters are going to be there. Project Fear is going to be there again. And it was a good event. It's going to be held on the site of Penhurst Asylum. I'm just going to come out and say it. I still have reservations about that. I don't mind saying it. It's one thing to go to Penhurst Paracon, but to go there and just feel like there are eyes upon you everywhere you go, that's intense. It's an intense place. Without doubt. It's an intense place. All right, I need to quickly get a cable to plug in this drive, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more about the cats that are in the hang on. Oh, there it is, in this corner here, because I have good news for everybody concerning the kittens. Be right back, everybody. Hey, Pip. You might want to tell Tina and Phil. Spence just heard on YouTube. Galen confirmed it. The Ghost Brothers are starting up their own show on YouTube. Thought you'd want to hear that. All right, everyone. So let me... Oh, yeah, they are getting big, aren't they? They are getting big. Well, here's another bit of good news. They just went They just went to, well, it really wasn't their first, it wasn't their first visit to a vet, but it was their first serious visit to the vet, because they were fresh out of the oven. I mean, maybe about a week or so out of the oven when we took them to their vet. This was the first one where they were aware that something was going on. You know, their eyes were open, their ears were all perked up, and they were like, "Who the hell is this lady poking us with needles and shoving things up our rear ends?" This was their first visit. This was their first visit with our actual vet, our actual kitten doctor. Her name is Dr. Medici, and she is a brilliant. I mean, she is super awesome with cats. She is super awesome with cats, and this was the first time Dr. Medici had met both Evie and the cats, and Dr. Medici absolutely fell in love with our cats and kittens. It's kind of a surprise that we actually walked out with all of our cats, to be honest with you. And wow, we got a glowing review for all the kittens. In the words of Dr. Medici, these are kittens that are loved and have gotten many pets. And she was just so impressed with how well we had been helping Evie raise these kittens. So they all got clean builds of health. They were all in the right weight ranges. Dr. Medici found Evie absolutely charming. And it was a great vet visit. It was another long vet visit. We went in there at 4:30. No, I'm sorry. We went in there at 4. We didn't leave until like 6 o'clock. And they did give us a discount on the amount of of shots that the kittens were receiving. But I did want to make sure I passed along to everybody. Evie and the kittens are in great health. They're doing fine, and we're all good. We're all good. Now, I will explain the situation of Evie and how that ties back in to old spirits in just 1 second, because I'm trying to find a place to plug this in, and the hubs that I have here are saying no. So let me find another hub to plug it in. Didn't realize I would need something from the second drive, but there you go. There you go. When in doubt, chat. If a USB hub ever fails you, always leave that one port open. Always leave that one port open. No, I do not want to back up any files or anything here. It could also be the cable. I may have picked a bummer cable. Hold on a second. This cable does not care for this. This cable does not care for this at all. Wait. I keep hearing something dismount and mount again. That always makes me nervous. All right, let me try this again. Where's the cable? I have too many cables, everybody. I have too many cables. Please hold. I'm hearing the song of my people, you know. You know, it's R2D2 hitting the bong one time too many. I don't know. Okay, let's I think I got it though. I think I got it, everybody. This is the beautiful thing about going live. When you go live, man, when you go live, anything can happen. And that's good and bad. Okay, I've got both drives online. Let's freaking go. Now, I should be able then to just go to this and say locate, and it should find it straight away. There you are. Click OK. Boom. All right, now let me explain the Eevee connection and why I have cat cams. So that beautiful tortie that you see up there, Eevee, her connection with OSI was that she was the attachment that I picked up while at the old hospital on College Hill this summer. And if you stuck around, if you were here early for the pre-stream hype reel, you would have seen a little montage with Eevee where we decided after 3 days of trying to find a shelter, a vet that gave a damn about a cat, and weighing the options, that we did figure the reason why she was abandoned was because she looked pregnant, which in fact she was pregnant. Yeah, she grew to be a basketball and then gave birth to 5 absolutely delightful kittens. So we christened this beautiful tortoiseshell cat. We call her Eevee, short for EVP, and she's been a blessing. And today was the big visit to meet the head vet of our local vet office, and it went great. It went great. I couldn't be happier. I could not be happier. And I just realized one more thing I have to do. Welcome to the frenetic energy of this channel. I'm gonna have to give one of the cats here treats because Benedict is nowhere to be seen. So there's Sebastian. He is GamerCat 2.0, but he's the 20 pounder, and that's not 20 pounds of fat. That's 20 pounds of pure muscle right there. But Sebastian is here for treats. He's good. He's happy. But as you can see in the above cat cam, or I can just go on ahead and jump on over to that kitten watch cam. You'll see that the cats are all zonked out and in a cuddle puddle. I know, right? Well, we renamed the Tabby Mafia. We came up with a better name for the 3 of them. The girl we called Ripley, and then we called the 2 boys Hudson and Hicks. But the Tabby Mafia, yeah, they're, as you can see, they're all conked out because they've had a pretty big day. Mom was hyper aware of what was going on in the office, in the vet's office, and we just had to make sure that she knew she was safe and that her cats were safe. And she's part of the OSI story, and you're gonna find out more about her in season 3. I'm gonna be telling the entire story about Eevee in season 3. So let's talk a little bit about what we're gonna be doing tonight on the channel. And we'll be doing this both on Twitch as well as the OSI channel over on YouTube. Thank you, Rican. Thank you, Rican. They are gorgeous cats. They're absolutely gorgeous cats. Not just that big guy up there, but those cats from West Virginia. They're absolutely delightful. And right now we know for a fact that 3 of them have forever homes. Dorito is going to be the weirdest one because Dorito is the one that our daughter chose, but they're not going to have their own place for quite some time. So we'll at least have Dorito, which is the tabby for the ginger tabby for a few at least a few years. We will have visitation rights on the black one, which is named Calcifer, because Calcifer is going to the Rossies. So we'll be seeing them pretty on the regular. All right, so what you're going to see tonight, everybody. We just wrapped up season 2 of Old Spirits. For my Twitch audience, if you are not familiar with Old Spirits, you can just do, well, you actually see Spence drop that into chat, the command OSI, and that actually tells you where you can find us on there. And Spence did it again. Thank you, Spence. Do appreciate that. Seriously, I do.
I got to say, that's what I appreciate about you.
And one of the things that we just did was finish up with a terrific investigation with Steve the Blind Gamer Sailor. Originally, everybody, the footage you're seeing here was going to be the episode that we were going to have as our season finale. And what was our season finale is actually now the season opener for season 3. If you look over on the right hand side of the screen, you'll notice on the right hand side of the screen there is there are these little pink tabs, these little pink marks up there. These are all captions of something happening, and what that is that it could be one of the devices going off, could be an EVP that we picked up, could be something out of GhostTube, it could be something out of the Paratech. We were doing what looked like a private residence, and we were in Charleston, South Carolina, with the Ghoulie Girls. That was their local area, their local hangout. And the first night we were there, we actually did a walking tour of Charleston, South Carolina, and I gotta say, it was a great time. I don't know how much of that we're going to be able to turn into an episode, but it is something that it was a very, very good investigation. Then we get to here. Then we get to this part of the investigation, and this is the night and the location where I had to leave because I felt like I was in danger. And I'll explain that when I wrap up everything. I'm almost done with this. This piece of video. There's still some video I haven't seen here yet. Yeah, I appreciate that. I would like to have that conversation with you, Spence, about the danger zone and how to deal with it. Because I dealt with it as best as I could. When I was dealing with it, but to give you a little more about this, I'm gonna go into all the details of this property. I'll go into all the details of what we experienced while all this was going on. But let me finish the editing process first. We're gonna start at marker 20036, and we have roughly 3 minutes left on this footage. Roughly 3 minutes. Now, you're thinking, oh wow, what happens after 3 minutes? Well, then we either do a review or I move on to some different footage. And I'm actually thinking about moving on to some different footage just to see what we have. At least do a preliminary look through. Now, why am I doing this? Again, so during Halloween, and you know exactly what I'm talking about if you see this video series that I'm starting up, sort of like a series within the series. We're calling it the Paranormal Personal. It was something I tried a year ago. I loved it. It felt great to do, and I said I need to do this again. And then a year went until I finally did it again. But the Paranormal Personal is where I basically sit down, get in front of the camera, and I do a very raw, unedited stream of consciousness video blog, if you will. Vlog, whatever you want to call it, and I just basically talk about something on my mind that concerns the paranormal. My first one was more or less a reaction video to what had happened to Call Me Chris when she went on a ghost hunt with Sam and Colby. So my second one, ironically, dealt with Sam and Colby again. So no, I do not want you all to think that the Paranormal Personal is going to always be centered around Sam and Colby. That is not the intent. But around the time that I made that Paranormal Personal, there was a lot of criticism, a lot of pushback on what Sam and Colby were doing, spending a week at the Conjuring House. And it brought to light a lot of tensions that are happening in the paranormal community. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. And I've been doing this for a long time, but I thought I would go ahead and widen the net even more and allow not just folks on Twitch, but also folks on YouTube to see behind the scenes of what a credible and trustworthy and what a credible and trustworthy paranormal investigator goes through when they sit down with the evidence that they have. I mean, I'm not gonna. This is my answer to debunk videos. There've been a lot of debunk videos from people who are skeptics and people who are paranormal investigators, and the debunk videos for me are a slippery slope because I've seen some groups get so wrapped up in making content about debunking other paranormal investigators, they themselves are no longer paranormal investigating. So I said, you know what? I think I want to do something a little different. And I want to show people the other side of what I do. And when people have, and they have said it to me, they think that that we fake some of our evidence, that we fake EVPs, that we fake all this stuff happening. Now, Marv, Spence, they've been on investigations with me, and they know how I approach it, and they know how Phil approaches it. And we try very hard to maintain a sense of integrity because, as I said in the Paranormal Personal, integrity, particularly in the paranormal, is very hard to build, but it takes only seconds to completely F it up. And what I'm trying to do with these type of streams is give people an idea of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, so they can go, oh, okay, this guy he's not into the pokery jiggery. He's legit going into this full tilt deep dive. And that's the other thing. I open up the floor for questions even when I'm reviewing evidence, so that if you have a question about what I'm doing, about where we are, about what I felt at that particular moment, I want to make that a moment for you to ask the investigator, hey, what was going through your mind at that moment? What are these devices that you're using? And so on and so on and so forth. After going on investigation, no issue with the hunter's integrity. I do think the equipment is a bit hit or miss, and that's there's some equipment that's a little dodgy. There's some other equipment that kind of defies explanation, and then there's some equipment that, provided all the sensors are working and provided all the telemetry that's coming in is being processed properly, kind of hard to shake. And that's why I tend to tell people, you know, when you're in the field, you don't want, and it's great, and a great comment, Marv. It's a great comment. I really believe you need to have more than one device to pull from. And I tend to lean towards the investigators that are doing that. If all you're doing is just the Estes method and that's it, if all you're doing is just riding Ghost Tube the entire night, if you're not using it, you know, with a REM pod as well, or with a REM pod and a spirit box or a paratech or some device like that, I think it's harder to kind of get to the conclusion that there might be something there. Even the creators of GhostTube say that. They say, you know what? You should be using devices with other devices. And yo, Creeps, how are you? Good to see you in stream. Welcome to my first multi-stream, my first in-studio multi-stream. And yeah, I just think that I wanted to offer you all a look behind the scenes so you could see how the paranormal sausage is made. And so where we're picking up from right here is an undisclosed location in Charleston, South Carolina. And I believe at this point I have left. Now I will go back once I get to those last 3.5 minutes or 3 minutes, I will go back and I will play a little more of this particular particular investigation. And Tanya, hi, how are you? Good to see you as well. Good to see you. Let's go on ahead and let's jump on in with this. Okay, so I'm gonna hit this.
Figure it out, and I'm sure you will. But you can't follow us. You have to stay here.
Okay, so that's Phil that you're hearing, and right now we are running. Right now, what you should see on the screen right here are 3 different devices. You've got GhostTube, which is running off camera. You've got the GS2 from Ghost Stop. That's the grid you see there. And then in the lower right corner, that is one of the spikes from Ghost Stop as well. And that's reading EMF. All right. Let's jump back in.
This is your space, but it sounds like you've got some great people starting to take care of this home. And hopefully
And we also have Fast Eddie behind us. We have Fast Eddie behind us. So after you heard me talk about the importance of having multiple devices going, I've got a spike, I've got a laser grid, I have got GhostTube running, and I've got an Eddie Plus. So yeah, 4 devices. That's the way we roll at OSI. Okay. All right. Here we go.
you can figure out what you need. All right. Thank you. That's not how I roll. All right. Turn off this recorder. Oh, that was decidedly intense. All right.
Wait a minute. What was that?
Oh, that was decidedly intense.
Oh, okay. So I will actually boost that. I will actually boost that so you all can hear it. I will boost that so you all can hear that. After Phil says that was decidedly intense, you'll hear something in the background.
Oh, that was decidedly intense.
And what that was, chat, was a dog.
Oh, that was decidedly intense.
That was a dog.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Are those demon cats? Oh, you're talking about you're talking about the cats that you see there. Yeah. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version, Tanya, since you're late to the game. While working at the old hospital on College Hill, when I was doing a paranormal investigation with OSI there, something attached itself to me, and it was the larger cat that you see in the top camera. That's EVP, and we rescued her, and it turns out she was possessed by these little fur nuggets that you see here. They all just got back from the vet today, and everybody is in great health. That's the Cliff Notes version, but we will be recounting during season 3. We will be recounting the story of EVP and her beautiful fur nuggets. But she is a rescue cat found at a paranormal investigation, and she is happy and she's loved. All right, so there we go.
I've never seen T quite.
Man, my microphone wasn't on.
What's that?
My microphone wasn't on for this.
Aurelis, good to have you in chat. Thank you.
Is that what you're streaming from?
No.
Okay.
Boo has
That's probably how you feel right now.
Okay, wait. That says amazing. Yeah. Okay. So this might have been where I had. This might have been where I last worked with this this file. I'm getting the spinning light of Cortana. Hello? Premiere, why have you forsaken me? There we go. There we go. Well, thank you, Tanya. Thank you. Oh, dear. And there goes Premiere. Oh, no. I thought Premiere crashed. Then it came back. Premiere is messing with me right now. Again, the joys of working live, everybody. The joys of working live. All right. Oh, wait. Do I need a... No, I don't. I don't need a period after that. So let me go back. Let me go back, everybody. I'm actually thinking of relaunching Premiere because Premiere's acting a little squirrely on me now. It's blinking, and I keep getting the... Instead of on a Mac where you get the spinning beach ball of death, I'm getting the Premiere equivalent, which is Cortana... Cortana's light, blue light spinning blue. Yeah, I'm seeing the. That's not good. That's not good, Premiere. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's save, and then let's exit, shall we? Okay, and then we'll do a quick relaunch. All right. Give me 1 second too, everybody. Happened first time I wanted to watch a premiere here too. Must be me. Ah! Okay. I have to give. Is it Aurelius? I want to make sure I was pronouncing that right. If it's pronounced Aurelius or Aureli. But Aurelius, if you're curious, Twitch, what Aurelius is talking about. Aurelius showed up for a premiere that I was getting really stoked about because it was part 2 of our outing with Steve, the Blind Gamer Sailor. And we did the countdown clock. Everything was grooving. Everything was rocking and rolling. We were so pumped. And then the video starts and there is no audio. There's no audio whatsoever. And something happened in the upload process where I lost audio. And Aurelius was so patient. And so kind. She was in chat going, these things happen. It's okay. And I was like, I'm on the other side going, ah! So, yeah. And here we are on my first multi-stream in studio, and Premiere isn't working. So, Aurelius, I'm trying to think of a good nickname for you. Either Aurelius the Broken Mirror or Aurelius the Black Cat. I haven't figured out yet, but we will think of something. We will think of something.
You want me to say well done?
I did. Yes, I do. I did, yeah.
Well done.
Okay. So let me launch Premiere again. And that's something else too. Whenever I do these review sessions, I do make them Q&A moments in case you want to find out more about what I'm doing. I make these moments to show off the gear, talk about the gear, how they work, answer questions about said gear. So up close and personal, this is one of the devices that you see in the video. It's in the lower right hand corner. This is a spike. This is a spike that's designed by Ghost Up, and it's basically a. It comes in 3 flavors. You can you have one that measures temperature, one that measures EMF, and one that measures sound. And the sound, it's actually working similar to. I'm trying to remember what they're called. I know that the Ouija brothers. I know that Paranormal Encounters uses them. Lucid. Okay, Lucid. That took me a moment. Paranormal Encounters. Paranormal Encounters and Paranormal Quest and the Ouija brothers and I believe Amy's Crypt all use these types of headphones. They're called Lucid headphones. Well, Ghost Stop has one of the spikes, and it measures sound, but it does it in the same way that Lucid headphones work, where it's looking specifically for a high frequency and very soft sounds. So this one measures, the Eddy Recon is this, and I was going to get to Fast Eddy in a minute. But the one I'm using, as you can see by the lightning bolt, this measures EMF. And what's really compelling about this device is that the EMF literally has to come to it. Unlike EMF meters, where you move them around, these are made to just be, you drop it and you leave it alone. So this measures EMF, and specifically EMF sources that are coming to it. So that's one device you're seeing here. If you happen to see a Paratech, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be this one. I just got this one for my birthday, so I haven't even broken it in yet. But this is a Paratech. And what's really cool about the Paratech is it has a word bank in it, and it's similar to an Ovilus. It doesn't do as much as an Ovilus, but it has a word bank in it, and you can basically set it up. It'll alert you when a word is coming through, and then, of course, it will tell you what the word is. So you might hear that go off. And then if you hear any soft beeps, that's this. This is an Eddy Plus. And one of the things, I haven't named this, the Paratech yet, but I've named like my EMF spikes. I got 2 of these, so I named one Tesla, the other one Edison. And this is, since everybody calls it an Eddy, I called this Fast Eddy from the movies The Hustler and The Color of Money. And the Eddy measures all kinds of things. It measures temperature, it measures pressure, it measures humidity, it can measure vibration, and it also is an EMF reader too. Similar to the spikes, usually the Eddy is planted somewhere, so the EMF has to come to it. Oh, thank you, Relish. That was last month. That was October 28th. Lucid headphones are expensive, and can you set it for high and low frequencies? So, Rican, as far as I know, the Lucid headphones, last time I priced them out, they're about $300 or $400. Last time I priced them out. As far as high and low frequencies, it's Lucid headphones and stuff like the Spike work on sensitivity. So I can set it up, and this is low battery, so it's not really working as well as it could. But I could set it. I could just turn it on and leave it alone, and it's going to be on a very low sensitivity. I can also crank it up all the way, and then it becomes super high. So it's now super sensitive to EMF. And since I'm surrounded by computer monitors, and of course this computer over here, it's gonna easily send me some false positives. So what you do is similar to Lucid headphones. With this, you set it up. You set up how sensitive you want these devices to be. Love how much the Eddy measures. So much needs to be considered during investigations, even humidity. I agree, Creeps. And this was a device that I was coveting, and I just started paranormal investigation. Saw one of these in action, said I want one, but because of the issue with the supply chain and all that, production on the Eddys just stopped, and it was heartbreaking. It was so heartbreaking. But then they picked up again. I picked up one. I'd like to pick up another one, but again, they're sold out. So these are quickly becoming like valued commodities in paranormal study, and I do. I love my Eddy. I love my Eddy. I covet it. Okay, let's get back to this. All right, so I'm trying to remember when I want to say I probably wrapped up around here. So let me just see what happens. The Eddy does not do sound. No, it measures vibration. That's about it. It's vibration, EMF, temperature, barometric pressure, and humidity. I actually have a review of what the Eddy does and how it performs as a 5-minute paranormal. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and look under our tips and reviews in YouTube. You'll be able to find it there. Okay.
Your space, but it sounds like you've got some great people.
Okay, so that's 2-5.
Starting to take care of this.
5.
home.
That was Eddy.
Hopefully you can figure
5
out
again.
what you need. All right. Thank you. That's not how I roll. All right.
Also, you notice that the tone of the beeps that are coming in, they come in different tones. And what happens is that you actually see the EMF measured in a charge on this side. On the other side, you start to see the colors you would find on an EMF meter: green, yellow, orange, red, and then a double red. There you are. Yeah. Would you like me to give you some treats? This is Gamer Cat, everybody. Oh, you don't see him, but no, you can probably see him, but would you like some treats? I told you we were streaming tonight. Okay. Okay. Come on. Oh, really? You want me to pick you up? I spoil my cats, everybody. I spoil my cats. I'm the first one to say it. All right, let's get back to this. So we got swing. We got 2-5 on here. It happened twice. Then it jumps up here.
Oh, that was
1.
decidedly intense.
There's the dog.
What the? Yeah, I've never seen T quite.
My microphone wasn't on.
What's that?
Okay, so that was a hit of 7.5, which is very high for this. Very high for this. Well, very high for EMF as well.
My microphone wasn't on for this.
Oh, really? Is that what you're streaming from?
No.
Okay.
Blue has.
Amazing. That's probably how you feel right now.
Yeah. I feel that.
I think that. I think that there's enough audio recorders going on in here.
Yeah. I also have the recorder right there.
Yeah. So you got.
All right.
This might be a little bit more.
What did it say?
Run. Run.
Alright, ending recording.
Okay.
Run.
So actually, Ghost. It was Ghost Tube. Yo, Islander, how are you tonight? Good to see you. I'd be curious to see if Eddy records vibrations at the time you get an EVP. Haven't seen that happen, but if you go back and watch part 1 of the episode with Steve, you'll actually see an EMF spike. And you'll also see the vibraphone go off. Really? Now you want to come up here? I've been streaming for almost half an hour. Now you want to come up here? Come on. Okay, do you want to come up via my lap? Come on. Yes, I love you too. Come on. You can do it. I'm not picking you up. You're not that old. You're not decrepit. Oh. Really? Okay, come on. You play me for a sucker? I swear to God. Okay. Okay. Oh, now you're gonna. Yeah, this is why I have a book right here, because several times GamerCat has turned off my stream. So, you know, I gotta be very conscientious of that. All right. Let's see. So, according to Phil, it was run. And then we got, let's see, we had 1, 2. Benedict, what are you doing? If you want to know what it's like when I'm doing a gaming stream, well, now you've seen that. Yo, hey, how you doing there, Haunt Hunters? Good to see you, Styles. Hope you're doing well. If one of my mods could give Haunt Hunters a shout out, please, that would be Fabu. Thank you very much.
I also have the recorder right there.
Yeah.
So.
So
Okay.
we got, this might be a little bit more. So probably run.
Okay, ending recording. Back row.
Turn off this little fella.
Okay. All right. So now I go back and I have to just add, while I work around the cat. Now, one of the other things that he could be on me about right now, Benedict here, GamerCat, is I have not given him his pumpkin tonight. One of the things that my vet recommended to help Benedict, because he was having some issues, she recommended that we give him wet food mixed with pumpkin. I know you might be thinking, a cat's not going to eat pumpkin. And we thought the same thing. Holy Hannah, were we wrong? He loves it. He freaking loves it. Okay, let's get back to this. So we do 3, and then
Turn off this little fella.
right. Okay, so that's all in sync. Okay, so there's another one. Okay, so come in here, make a new clip. Now the thing is, chat, I have featured the Edison and the Tesla, the or as I call them, Edison and Tesla, or the EMF spike. I've featured it on previous episodes of Old Spirits before. It's never been this active.
Flashlight is kind of start. Start of the show.
Yeah. Who would have thought this little flashlight?
Okay, that's interesting. That's a 5. That's a 5 right there. So, come back here. What I was doing, and you'll see it in earlier clip here, is I was measuring if the spike went about 30 seconds to a minute without going off, I would reset the counter. I would reset this counter. This actually, Spence, is after I left. This was after I left. This was all happening after I left. And I do have video of me outside, so I want to see what that's like. I'm going to apologize in advance if I say anything off color, because I was pretty hot. I was pretty hot under the collar.
Flashlight is kind of start of the show.
Yeah. Who would have thought this little flashlight?
Strangle.
Isn't that nice? Strangle. Okay. Let's go back here. Paste that. I should have also mentioned too that the Ghoulie Girls were actually doing the flashlight experiment. That's the one where you see people where they have the mag lights, the very specific mag lights that you twist them to make the connection, and what happens is you get the light at just the point of where it could go on, could go off. If you tap the light, it'll turn the light on. Tap the light, it'll turn off. Want to meet in Waverly one day? Good Lord, I'd love that. I'd love that. I'm that would be so much fun. Such a blast.
Who would have thought this little flashlight?
Strangle.
Oh, it said strangle.
Yeah,
Yeah, we get it.
yeah, I feel like.
I'd have to check with the Ghoulie Girls to see what their status is. I was hearing that the Ghoulie Girls were taking something of a hiatus from streaming. But doing something in Waverly, oof. That's on the wish list. It's definitely on the wish list.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, I feel like.
It's time to go.
And my
Because
eye.
I just got a really big chill now again.
And then I got
Stepping
weird.
into this spot.
And I got,
Was that? No, was that?
and then I got
Stepping into
weird.
this.
Yep, it went off there. Now, everything you're seeing here may not make it to the final. May not make it to the final episode, but we'll see. Oh, look at that. Girl that sees you play has followed. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, fellow. Certainly do appreciate it. Okay.
I got
Stepping
weird.
into this spot.
And I got weird pain.
Stepping into this spot.
And I got weird pain.
It's right before there. Yep, right there. Okay, so there we get an EMF of 2.5. Because I can, and if you're curious, where's he pulling these numbers from? I know the tone. I know the various tones and what the notes for each color sound like. So yeah, it's something that after you work with the device for a while. Now that is just, as you can see, that's Phil turning off the.
Is it not there anymore?
It's up here now. Did you move it?
See, and that one is slightly higher, so that's a 5.
Is it not there anymore?
It's up here now.
I think somewhere along here where when right now it's zombie and Phil packing up. I believe what happened was that somebody moved the camera, and yes, it wasn't anything paranormal. Somebody just moved the camera, so that's why the Edison is just slightly off and off camera.
It's up here now. Did you move it?
No.
I'm a
I do love Gambit etiquette. Y'all get the F out of there.
here now. Did you move it?
No.
See, this is all stuff that I didn't see because I'm outside at this point. I'm outside at this point.
Is it not there anymore?
It's up here now. Did you move it?
No.
I'm gonna ask everybody if they moved it.
Yeah, you gotta.
Now, what sounds like really incredible, activity on the devices, that's not it. It's just them touching REM pods and things like that, and having them pack up so they can get out of there. I'm actually too. I'm also listening for anything out of the ordinary, like any voices or anything like that. That hasn't happened yet. We did get some EVP, and I can try to go back and play that for you all. But we actually got it in a different room. That's the funny bit. And it was a word that came up over and over and over again while we were there, school. And I'll explain a theory about that as to why. But just throwing this out there, so we had Ghost Tube running, we had a Paratech running, and we also had, our recorders running. We got the phrase "show yourself" 12 times within an hour period. We got the word "where" or the question "where" 17 times in an hour period. School was the winner though. We got that 15 times within an hour's period and 2 EVPs. So there was something about a school. There was something about a school there. All right, would you like to get into your tree just so I can have a, come on, get into your tree. Chill out in the tree. Come on, buddy. I will get you your pumpkin if you just chill out in the tree. Okay. Just chill out in the tree, buddy. Chill out in the tree. All right. I know you were. Or I'm sorry. I should rephrase that, Spence. I'm sure you were. All right.
And my phone shut down.
And here he comes. And here he comes. And what's really hard when I'm marking these instances of things that are happening on the spike, I'm not listening to the conversation. And so that's another reason why you always review this stuff, is so that you can just review it and make sure that you're aware of what's being said where and when. I think I got 2 quick beeps here. But hi, Benedict. How are you tonight? Benedict?
And my phone shut down.
It's right there. All right. Okay, so we've got 25511. And 5 twice. Okay.
Up here now. Did you move it?
No.
I'm gonna ask everybody if they moved it.
Yeah, you gotta.
And my phone shut down.
Okay. But that was expected, right? Or no?
Oh, not 5 times. Not 5 times, T. 2 times. Math is hard, Lieutenant Dan. Math is hard. Okay.
They moved it.
Yeah, you gotta.
And my phone shut down.
Okay. But that was expected, right? Or no?
My husband's gonna be pretty upset.
It's a third one.
Pretty upset.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right.
Because he's like,
Oh, she just went dark.
Phone's off. This.
See, just when I think, okay, it's done, it just pings again. It just pings again.
Phone's off. This.
Now, I gotta say, give me a second here. Let me. Arelis, you were saying you thought that maybe you were a bad luck charm. You really want to feel like a bad luck charm. My friend Gambit Etiquette that you see in the chat here, this was the first time she saw a ghost hunt with me live, and she was super excited because she had never seen one of the ghost hunts before, and she hasn't since because it was this ghost hunt where something happened. And again, I'll be showing that to everybody in just a second. Just want to make sure I finish this up. Man, again.
Battery is completely dead in this. Alright, definitely gonna have to make some trips.
Okay. So that's 3 times. That's also 3 times here. So 2 times. And then 3. Okay.
Definitely gonna have to make some trips. This will be trip number 1.
That was the door. The door. That was. That was the door.
All right. Here's where it's going to get intense because in the last this is the last 10 seconds. Nobody is in the room. Okay, that higher beep is EMF of 5. And that's where the video cuts off. And that's where the video cuts off. Okay. Now, if you want to see the whole thing, give me a minute. I'm going to back up to the very beginning. One question I do feel I should ask is, do I have to do this much documentation? No. The answer is no. I do not have to document every little bit. However, I'm trying to approach this from as analytical a place as I can. And sometimes that means getting lost in the details. Okay, that time, yes. All right. All right. So let me just save all this. And that's 2 hours and 33 minutes. And let's see. We entered... We came into this room... Still there. So again, where you see pink up here is where a device goes off. But right in here, this track right here, you see all the pink back to back to back, that is this going off. Right, buddy? Right, yeah. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Okay.
You want to pick the topic? That's great. He'll be a pain in your ass.
All right. So, where you see that T activates Edison, that's me turning this on. And then the rest, well, we'll see how it goes.
You want to pick the topic? That's great. He'll be a pain in your ass.
Real quick, EMF 101. It is not unusual for there to be EMF spikes of 1. That is not unusual at all. And if I remember correctly, I had this on a pretty high sensitivity. But we were in a non-disclosed location. There was no power in the house. And there was very little around us. That would create EMF. We had a pretty basic flat reading. And in the words of Nick McGear of Stories in the Cemetery, the guy that we worked with the night before, if he sees an EMF of 1, he's not that interested. It's when it starts getting to EMF of 2.5, EMF of 5, EMF of 7.5. That's a little unusual, especially if there's no EMF or there's a base of 1.0 or lower, because the Earth has its own electromagnetic field. So you're going to get hits like that. But it's when you start getting into the higher numbers that you're going to want to pay attention. So, and remember, I'm not sweeping Edison around like this. It is stationary. It is sitting on a flat surface. There's nothing electronic around it. It's not crowded by any other devices. It is just there by itself. And you see it on the camera when it comes into frame.
What would you like to talk about?
Oh wait, was that a flashlight response? It was a flashlight response, wasn't it? Oh, I didn't catch the flashlight response. It was already responding. Okay, never mind.
What would you like to talk about?
That was me. So I just put out the Edison, which is a spike. It's an EMF spike, and I made the sensitivity. I turned up the sensitivity just a little bit.
Yeah.
Mask.
Oh, light.
Yeah.
Again.
I see you, Spence.
Do you like music? Do you like jazz? Is that a yes? Your phone?
It's ringing.
Oh, okay.
T, do you have another battery?
I'm all batteried
Do you have
out.
the cable? Because all you need is the cable. That is the cable.
Oh, but if you have a cable to go into that battery.
Okay, let
Got
me
it.
see if I have a spare. I'm not really sure. Yeah.
You may hear some faint voices in the background. I should probably explain that. Faint voices in the background is another party. There was the four of us from OSI, and then there was another party. There was the people that own the house and two other people who were on their first ever investigation. So they were doing something in the main room. We were in the back of the house. So just wanted to make sure that was also dispelled or debunked.
You know what? I'm gonna follow you. We can just run my spirit box back here for a little bit. How do you guys feel about that?
That's fine. Would you mind moving the puck a little further out?
Okay. Like that?
That sounds good. That's good. That's a good spot. What I will probably do then, chat, is recalibrate the puck so that we can get an idea of how it's behaving. So, I'm glad you do.
I love it.
It's tearing my. I don't think it's the cheese. I'll play that one again for you. Listen for what's underneath me. I start talking about the house. Matter of fact, you might have heard that. That's me. That's me. I mean, I was fine the other night. And we had walked all around. Charleston, South Carolina, and I was fine. I was in a good frame of mind. I was in a good headspace. I got into this house, and it was just there was, as Phil said, there was a vibe to the house, and Phil was eating it up. I was not. There was a vibe in the house that was very unwelcoming, particularly to me. But listen underneath my voice while I'm talking. Listen underneath it. So, I'm glad you do.
I love it.
It's tearing my. I don't think it's the cheeseburger that's tearing my stomach.
That's
none of us. That is none of us.
And I'm wondering if someone that stayed in this room may have been sick at some point.
I've tried to figure out what it's saying, and I can't figure it out.
That's Edison. Edison's picking up something.
Remember, one, not necessarily weird, but anything 2.5 or higher, it's worth somebody's attention. And just watch some of the numbers.
Eddie beeped a few times.
Eddie beeped just now.
He's just beeping it again.
Yeah.
You see, I didn't hear Eddie at that time.
There's heavy steps. Sorry.
You're fine.
I need. Do you have extra cables? Because I don't have what's the
Lightning
cable
cable
for?
or the
USB-C.
Oh
USB-C.
wait, derp! I've got one right here in front.
Oh my gosh. That's
Jeez, I'm an
perfect.
idiot. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're fine. Because I could plug that
We're all,
in.
everybody. Yeah, everybody's back now.
I don't like
Everybody's back.
Phil, I'm just gonna be 100% honest. I do not like this house.
That's interesting.
I really do not like it. I'm sorry for if this is your home, but I really do. Yeah. Okay.
I need that recorded.
Okay.
Because you can see it on the wall there, and then Fast Eddie hits.
Did you catch that? I said I didn't like this house. The light went off. Eddie went off. This thing's beeping.
It's just it's not because he doesn't like you.
It's not
just
personal.
Whatever your emotions are that you're feeling is so strong for T that it's connecting on a different level for him. But I told you, remember when I came in here, my stomach was bothering me too, and then it started to feel better.
Thank you.
So I just saw a couple of comments. Arelis asks, I hear humming. Yeah, there was some type of humming, some kind of mumbling. I tried to figure out what was underneath it. I miss board games and poker. That does sound close, maybe coming from the external groups. I thought that too, but the humming sounded too close to the microphone. Sounded too close to my phone. That was the thing I noticed. Now you see, this is weird because I'm supposed to be getting comments from both Twitch and YouTube from here, and I'm not getting them all. I'm not getting them all. So if I'm missing any of your comments from from YouTube, I apologize. Because yeah, I should have been getting comments from both. All right, thanks, Spence. Thanks for hanging out. Love you. All right.
Conduct.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
no. This isn't what I meant.
Oh, that's not the.
This is for a microphone.
Oh, for an iPhone.
Yeah, USB-C.
Oh, you mean USB-C?
Yeah.
Oh, that I can hook you up with.
Okay, thank
That I
you.
got.
I also have one too.
Here, in here?
Not in here.
Oh,
but-
okay.
I just heard it sounded like the other REM pod going off in that other room.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that was the
If
spirit
anything
box.
happens on the spirit box, I will leave our tickety talk friends here.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay. So
Battery's dying.
What battery?
This one again.
Again. All right, TikTok. You guys hang out with them, and
hello, Tickety Talks.
Here, I'll give that back to you.
I'll wait for you, and then I'm gonna recalibrate this.
okay.
So chat, my chat anyway. Although I know we have Boo and Zombies chat in here as well. Jeez. Just yes, yeah, we have a lot of people here that are friends, and they're watching with you. Is the camera on the Eddie? The camera's on Eddie, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Okay.
That low humming you hear in the background,
I just want you all to know
that
I
is a
think I'm
car
okay.
from outside.
It's just this house. I've never had a house like this. I've never had a site, not even Crescent, bother me this way. So I'm okay. Phil and the Ghoulie Girls are keeping an eye on me, just so you know.
So just thought I'd interject here that I'll explain the setting we were in. It was, let's just say, the house that we were in was not in the best of neighborhoods. There were a lot of low income individuals around us. And we knew when we drove into the neighborhood, it was like, okay, this is a rough place. This is a rough place. We need to kind of be in our guard. And sometimes that happens when you go on paranormal investigations. You sometimes go to properties and places that are not in the best of neighborhoods. Could have been something that I was picking up on. Could have been something that was feeding what was at this house. Anyway, I'll tell you more once we get to the end of this video.
But I'm okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and is it okay with me recalibrating this?
Go for it.
All right, I'm gonna recalibrate the grid, everyone, just so I can. Please hold.
Okay, let's see what we got. Hopefully the sound's not bothering you too much.
To say the least, Aurelis, to say the least, some very questionable characters. Keep that in mind, though, after I keep that phrase in mind, because I have thoughts after we're done here.
Do you know them?
What was that? Is that ready?
Deputy?
I thought I heard a high pitch.
Again, that was a spirit box.
I heard a high pitch too.
Now, this is me recalibrating Big G or the grid, because the grid follows both movement and tracks temperature and all kinds of things. So I just recalibrated it.
Whereas your illness, did it have something to do with your stomach?
Oh. We just got a huge spike.
Yeah, I saw that. And the flashlight went on too.
That went up to red.
I didn't see the flashlight go off.
Wait, what did yours just say?
Blind?
Hers just said blind too.
Oh, I thought you were reading mine.
No.
Interesting. And this just said blind.
Yeah.
What does the temperature say over there?
Okay, wait.
This is reading
All right.
73.
Okay.
That I want to back up on and listen to, because they're basically saying basically saying that there were several devices, and they said they heard on the spirit box blind. I want to double check that.
Yeah, I saw that. And the flashlight went on too.
That went up to red.
See, Zombie was on Paratech Detail, so she's saying that she's saying that somewhere in there Paratech said blind. Let me just see if I can find that. What? Cat? Do you want me to turn you into a slipper? Stop. Stop. I know it's 9 o'clock, but give me a few minutes, okay? I just need to find a stopping point.
Whereas your illness, did it have something to do with your stomach?
Oh. We just got a huge.
You know what? That is clear enough. I should point that out. I should point that out.
Whereas your illness, did it have something to do with your stomach?
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. There we go. Okay.
Whereas your illness, did it have something to do with your stomach?
Oh. We just got a huge spike.
Yeah, I saw that. And the flashlight went on too.
That went up to red.
See.
Wait, what did you?
See, you see. Okay, so around here, somewhere, I don't hear the Paratech go off. That's the problem. All right, she says that the Paratech went off.
Huge spike.
Yeah, I saw that. And the flashlight went on too.
That went up to red. Oh.
And I just heard Fast Eddie beep. I just heard Fast Eddie beep as well. See, I don't necessarily want to... I do not necessarily want to say, okay, I heard something go off, but then be wrong about it. And usually Paratech, when it goes off, it will signal that it's going off.
Whereas your illness, did it have something to do with your stomach?
Oh. We just got a huge spike.
Yeah, I saw that. And the flashlight went on too.
That went up to red.
That's right. I think it's right there.
That went up to red.
That went on too.
That went up to red.
Flashlight went on too.
That went up to red.
Ah, that's where he hears it. Okay, that does not sound like blind to me. Sorry, Phil. I'm going to call shenanigans on that. It's very hard when your partner hears and claims stuff happens that you cannot corroborate. He is convinced that there's something on the spirit box that says blind. I don't hear it. I just hear it out. It's just so quick, and that's something you've got to be very careful about. All right.
Wait, what did yours just say?
Blind?
Hers just said blind. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were reading mine.
No.
Interesting. And this just said blind.
Okay, so the Paratech does say blind.
What does the temperature say over there?
63.
This is reading 73.
Okay. So you were, are you blind?
Yeah, that's me. White.
What?
We're getting all the beeps in here.
Beeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
Yeah.
Okay, Tanya, thank you for being here.
On meth.
Thank you so much for hanging in there with us.
So chat, the green, yellow, and red lights you're seeing, that basically means the strength of EVP, or EMF, the strength of an EMF.
Can you share your name with us, please?
There is something to be said. I do think that by bringing in the spirit box with all the other devices we had going on, I really think the spirit box might have been too much. Because I can't tell what
you're hearing is the spirit box.
I'm hearing certain beeps, and I think it might be this, but I don't think it is. So there's a lot of things going on here.
Flesh.
Wait, did yours say flesh?
Flesh, yes.
Yours said flesh.
Yes.
Stop it.
No, for real, for real.
Did
Yeah,
yours
it
just
says
say flesh?
Mine said flesh.
Yeah, it says flesh.
Now, wait a minute. Now, this time, though, in Phil's defense, I did hear him, I did think I heard something earlier say flesh, like the spirit box. And again, chat, if anybody has any questions about what we're doing, if anybody has any questions about the devices that we use, anything at all, feel free to ask. That's part of why I'm doing this.
Flesh.
Wait.
Oh, damn it. Where? Wait. Okay, what just happened? Oh, there we go. Okay. Whew. Okay. I just happened to click somewhere and I lost what I was working on. That's panic inducing. That can be panic inducing. Okay.
Flesh.
Hang on. Actually, I think I hear agony and then death. Yeah, I hear agony and death right there. Just going to boost the audio there. And now, speaking of instruments of destruction, here comes Benedict. Okay.
You say your name as loud as you can.
Agony, right there. Agony. Benedict, don't test me. Please don't test me. Because I know you will. Okay.
as you can.
It's very quick. It's very, very quick. It's the stuff you catch in the second pass. That's the part that always freaks me out. Okay. Let's watch this again.
You say your name as loud as you can. Bugs. Can you say your name as loud as you can?
Flesh.
Flesh. Wait, did yours say flesh?
Flesh, yes.
Yours said flesh.
Yes.
Stop it.
No, for real, for
Did
real.
yours just say flesh?
Mine said flesh.
Yeah, it says flesh.
Okay.
And hi, Pip. How you doing, baby? Philippa Valentine. That's my wife.
Just saying that the temperature on GS2, it's dropping. It's basically calibrated at 78. It's fluctuating from 73 and 72. I can't see Eddie. So
63 and rising.
And it's rising.
Yeah, it's at 62.9. Looking at 63.1.
I'm gonna change frequency bands here.
Okay.
That was Ghost
We
2.
want to know as well.
Derive. I wonder if our devices are cross-communicated some way. I don't know. Because we both are getting the same words for the last 3 words.
Well, how would the how would the
Oh, that's true, because you would have to be connected to the Bluetooth on my device.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes.
Alright, we're gonna try this again.
Our ghost worked at Best Buy.
Who's here with us right now?
So if I understand right, what just happened there, and I got to double check this. I got to double check this with Phil when I show him this. I think we just debunked ourselves because apparently the devices, the ITC devices, which are the Spirit Box and the Paratech, apparently they were using the same, they were on Bluetooth. And because they were on Bluetooth together, there's this, I think they were getting a little bit of overlap of the same answers. Now, I've never seen I've never seen these Spirit Box or these types of word bank devices do that before. So I need to check with Phil and find out, okay, what happened there? Did we debunk it, or was that just something really weird happening? Because for a while there, they were getting the same answers, and yeah, doesn't quite make sense. But I think Phil and Zombie just debunked that moment. Okay, so let's pick it up where we left off.
You're with us right now. Hold.
Okay, thanks, Spence. I'll feel better once we get back to the hotel. I promise I'll do a check-in when we get back to the hotel.
Yeah, I just wanted to get out. At this point, I just wanted to get out of the house. I just wanted to get out of that house.
Reach.
Down.
Nope. Reach. Did you hear that?
I heard a scream.
I heard a woman.
Reach down.
Session.
I got session. Stay up late. It is late. Medication.
I heard it is late. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I heard that.
Just for fun. I'm gonna beef up the sweep rate really fast. Just before I turn this off.
Dark.
I did hear. I'm not hearing some of the other stuff. I'm not hearing the other stuff that Phil's claiming, but I did hear stay up late. I did hear stay up late. So I'm gonna give that a shout. All right. All right, so we're gonna come back here. Yeah, these are the final touches that I need, and then after this, it's really me and Phil just sitting there, and we're gonna be hopefully reviewing this together.
I'm gonna change frequency bands here.
Okay. We'd like to know as well.
Derive. Oh, I wonder if our devices are cross-communicated somewhere. I don't know. 'Cause we both are getting the same words for the last 3 words.
Well, how would the how would the
Oh, that's true, because you would have to be connected to the Bluetooth on my device.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes.
Alright, we're gonna try this again.
Our ghost worked at Best Buy.
Yeah. Yeah, we just debunked it. You know, there was that moment where we were getting, but I want to confirm that with Phil, but we were getting the same answers over and over and over again on our devices. Turns out Zombie and Phil were both connected. Their devices were reading something that was connected to the same device. So they were getting basically duplicate answers. So debunked. And I'm actually proud of Phil because Phil debunked that. Phil actually debunked that. Usually I'm the one doing the debunking. But he did that. So good on him. Good on him. Well done, past Phil.
Who's here with us right now? You're very old.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Spence. I'll feel better once we get back to the hotel. I promise I'll do a check-in when we get back to the hotel.
What is your name?
What did you say? Reach.
Reach.
Down.
Nope.
Down.
Reach.
Reach. Reach.
Oh, did this just F it up?
Laura, are you here?
Yeah, it did. Darn it. It's right around there.
Reach. What did you say? Reach.
Reach.
All right.
Reach. What did you say? Reach. What did you say? Reach.
Reach.
Okay.
Down.
Nope. Reach. Did you hear that?
I heard a scream.
I heard a woman.
Reach down.
Session.
I got session.
Yeah. I heard that. Oh, son of a biscuit. I wouldn't say this was the best EMF session, or sorry, Spirit Box session that we've ever had, because we've had more like responsive, more what's the word I'm looking for? We've had more Spirit Box sessions where the conversation has related closer to what we're talking about or the questions we've been asking. This place was not really conducive to the Spirit Box. At least I didn't think so. Okay. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Give me 7 minutes.
Stay up late.
Okay, let me just make sure that was synced up right.
Session.
I got session.
Actually, I hear it say stay awake, not stay up late. Stay awake.
I got session.
I'm going to say, Phil, it's not stay up late, it's stay awake. Which would be more appropriate considering the time that it was when we were recording this. But there was another one in the middle here. There was another one in the middle.
Did you hear that? Reach. Did you hear that?
I heard a scream.
I heard a woman.
Reach down.
Session.
Yeah, sometimes I don't get me wrong. I love Phil Rossi. I love the man. I love the man more than sharks love blood. But let me tell you something, chat. Sometimes I feel like Phil hears. He sometimes really wants to hear something that's not there. All right, come on. Here we go. Nope, that's not what I want you to do. Now, what you're seeing here isn't. It's basically me. Oh, that's right, derp. Okay, I'm having a moment, everybody. The reason I couldn't drag that any further was that there was no more footage for me to drag. Derp. Okay, let's try again.
Session.
Yeah, right there, so clearly. Okay. All right. Now. 53, 41, 10. Okay. $41.10. Okay. That can't be right. All right, I've misjudged somewhere. I'll figure. Oh, shoot! That's not what I wanted to do. Ah.
Session.
I got session.
All right. Okay, so I'm hearing so clearly. And yes, I know for a fact. When people debunk the Spirit Box, they usually throw in different words that sound similar or sound very much alike. It's one of the things that you take a risk with the Spirit Box, which is why I'm trying to point out only the stuff that really pops. So
I heard a woman.
Reach down.
Session.
I got session. Stay up late. It is
Yeah,
late.
I didn't hear stay up late. I heard stay awake.
Medication.
I heard it is like. That's what I heard.
Switching TV, phones dying, night all. Good night, Weekend. Thanks for sticking out with us. Thanks for staying up late and sticking around with us. I do appreciate it. Have a good night. Have a good night.
Just before I turn this
Don't be a
off.
stranger. Don't be a stranger.
Yes.
Meanwhile, we're getting pops on this, like in the 2 5s and the 5s.
When? I heard to say when.
Yes, it is.
Check it.
Laura, are you here? Maria, are you here? I just heard some go, Laura?
Please.
I feel like I need to turn this off. I don't know why.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Something.
It's part of the reason I'm so crazy about Phil Rossi. Is that optimism when he listens to a spirit box. Oh, you're still watching, just incognito. I see what you did there. Okay. Thanks, Regan.
I don't know why.
Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying the programming.
I'm just feeling the whole house.
Okay, here it comes. This is where things turn for me.
We walked all over the place in Charleston, and my back right now is killing me. It is not. This is.
Himself.
I'm sorry if I'm being a bitch, but I just, I'm
No. Feel how you feel. Wow.
sorry. That was inappropriate. Oh.
As soon as you said sorry, I'm being a bitch.
Yeah, we're
Well, I mean, if you feel like we need to kind of slowly start gathering some of
Yeah,
our
because
stuff up.
it's alright.
I'm not
Did
gonna
you say midnight?
I don't want to be the wet blanket. I'm gonna power through. I'm gonna power through. I'm not gonna let this house beat me.
Okay.
And that is not me provoking. I apologize if I'm sounding I'm making myself vulnerable right now. I made myself very vulnerable in the other room, and I feel like I'm being punished for it.
So I'm just going to stop there for a second. This is a little difficult for me to listen to, because what I meant to say, I remember hearing myself say, we were walking all through Charleston, South Carolina last night, and I was fine. And I was fine. I was fine walking all around Charleston. I was fine the following morning. I didn't have any issues whatsoever. But at that moment, I just feel this pain. It wasn't a cramp. I've had cramps before, but never in my back. And usually if I'm feeling something in my back, it's because I worked out, or I didn't stretch properly after a workout or something like that, or I did a lot of heavy lifting the day before. I didn't do any of that. But and if I did feel that, I'd feel that all day. I was fine. And at this moment, when I'm talking, I just feel this. I feel everything in my back seizing up. I feel everything just tightening up to a point of where it hurts. And I think you can hear it in my voice as well. There's just something off in my voice the more I'm talking. And according to Phil, and I need to corroborate this with Phil, they saw that Phil, or I think it might have been Boo, they saw that I was making fists and they were trembling. And I was totally unaware of that. So yeah, there was something, and I remember saying that. I'm not going to let this house beat me. I have never, ever talked like that about any site. I usually just go, you know what? I'm not getting a good vibe. Let's go. But here I was like, no, F this house. I'm not going to let it beat me. Like, that didn't make any sense to me whatsoever when I heard myself say it. So yeah, this is a little unsettling watching all over again. And the best part is you can, and the thing is, you kind of get confirmation on how weird this sounds after I say I'm not going to let this house beat me, listen to the silence after that.
I'm making myself vulnerable right now. I made myself very vulnerable in the other room, and I feel like I'm being punished for it.
It's right there. It's that I feel like I'm being punished for it.
If there's any of my spiritual team here with us, you know who you are, and I think you follow me on some of these adventures. And I think one of you was always very curious about this. Yeah,
and then we get that. And then we get that. I remember that.
Should we leave this room now?
And look at what's going on with Edison. So let me back this all up. So I basically talk about the house. I basically talk about how I didn't feel comfortable coming into this house. I didn't like this house. And when I said I made myself vulnerable earlier, what had happened was earlier in the investigation, we were uncovering a narrative, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that at the end of the stream. We were talking about a narrative. There was a narrative that was unfolding of what it sounded like a mother asking for forgiveness. And I said, I am not a Christian. No, sorry, let me phrase it. I am not a priest. I said, no, I am Christian, but I am not a priest. I said, I am not a priest, but I am Christian. And if you want forgiveness, you have it. You already had it. But if you want to hear somebody tell it to you, you have it. So I was making myself vulnerable there. Then we go into this room where we were told that there was a spirit here that was a little prickly, a little aggressive, and liked things in a certain way in the back of the house. And according to that narrative, I disrupted that by telling this one. It sounded like somebody in pain, and I said, I am not a priest, but I am Christian. If you want to hear somebody say it, you have forgiveness. It's what we believe. It's what we believe, and you have it. So I made myself pretty vulnerable. But then just listen to and the course of events that happens around this. It's a little weird. It's a little weird.
No. Feel how you feel. Wow.
Sorry.
And I was stunned when I totally had no recollection when I said I hate sounding like being a little bitch or something like that. I was like, reviewing it right now, I go, whoa, who are you and what have you done with the real T. Morris? I'm just like, okay.
Intense. The front of the house, not like it is back here.
Well, I don't know why I'm just feeling the whole house. I didn't feel comfortable walking in. I don't feel welcome now. We walked all over the place in Charleston, and my back right now is killing me. It is not. This is.
Himself.
I'm sorry if I'm being a bitch, but I just
Sorry if I'm being a bitch.
Feel how you feel. Wow.
Sorry.
That's just.
Oh.
I don't talk like that.
As you said, sorry,
At least I don't think I talk like that. If I do, I got to clean my act up.
I mean, if you feel like we need to kind of slowly start gathering some of our stuff up.
it's alright.
I'm not gonna say midnight. I don't want to be the wet blanket. I'm gonna power through. I'm not gonna let this house beat me.
It's that tone right there.
It's not me provoking.
It's that tone right there. I'm not gonna let this house beat me.
If I'm sounding
it just sounds weird coming out of me.
Vulnerable right now. I made myself very vulnerable in the other room, and I feel like I'm being punished for it.
Okay, so you agree, Pip. All right, good.
We got this. If there's any of my spiritual team here with us, you know who you are, and I think you follow me on some of these adventures. And I think one of you was always very curious about this.
And then that's freaky as hell. That is freaky as hell.
This room is uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot that had happened.
This room now.
Okay, both Jess and Spence have said I don't sound right.
And I'm telling you, Arelis,
Yeah, let's go.
Jess was like
Yes.
afterwards I was talking to my friend Jess, Gambit Etiquette, and she was like, man, I picked a hell of a night to come. She was like, I hope I didn't bring some bad juju to you. And I said, it wasn't you, baby. It wasn't you.
If someone could step out with tea.
Yep, I will go.
And you can hear it in Boo's voice. Boo was also not digging the house.
I will do a sweep also with you to make sure we didn't leave anything behind. But,
Okay, well, let me start.
I never said. Yeah, I told Phil that I was going to do a sweep with him. I never did it again.
All right, we got some stuff getting a little intense back here for the tea monster. So we are going to slowly start.
And what you don't see is me work my way, practically push Boo out of the way, and I nearly ripped the door. I nearly ripped the door off the hinges.
Oh, I think it's connected.
Yeah, it did say bedroom before I died.
Yeah, okay.
So
In this bedroom, you want me to take the picture?
I think they meant the other bedroom. But take a picture of both.
I feel free.
Wait, grave.
Grave.
It's grave.
All right. This is let's see. And I feel just so much intense. I don't know what, but I feel it. All right, I'm taking a picture. And Laura, if you'd like to be in this picture, that's me. You're welcome to be in this picture. Oh, I just felt something like cold. Oh, my arms are like frozen.
And again, take a look at Edison. Remember, a one is okay. A 1 is kind of average. But just watch some of these numbers that are just popping up.
Really? I'm gonna take a picture of you if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
This thing was constant. This thing was absolutely constant.
That's me. You still feel it?
Yeah.
Alright, let me come over there. See? Two in here. Move to use a grid. I don't know how to turn this off. I'm standing next to you.
Very cold.
And the worst bit too, throughout the whole night, the one thing I didn't do, I had the stream going on the top because that makes sense. If I don't have something on my phone, if I don't have something on the screen, I'm obviously not streaming. But the camera that is underneath it, I had forgotten to turn the camera on, which I thought was again a little weird considering this place. I have not done that since.
It is getting late.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Well, thank you for letting us into your space here tonight. We really appreciate you taking the time to communicate with us in so many different ways.
Yeah.
And we really hope that whatever challenges you're dealing with, you figure it out. And I'm sure you will. But you can't. But you can't.
Now that's the voice you hear. That's the dude who owns the place.
People starting to take care of this home. And hopefully you can figure out what you need.
Keep that in mind too. Keep that in mind too. I'm going to talk about it after I take a short break because I need to get Benedict his nighttime meds. We just got another 3 minutes to play. But keep that in mind when Phil said you got some great people that are taking care of this place. This thing hits 5 twice, and then Fast Eddie also goes off, which means we had a nice buildup of EMF in a room that had 0 electricity in it. And yeah, I got thoughts on that too.
That's not how I roll. All right, turn off this recorder.
So and like I said, tonight, this is the first time I'm seeing this. All this stuff is happening. There was the dog. This has all happened as I've left.
Yeah,
after I've left.
I've never seen tea quite.
Man, my microphone wasn't on.
What's that?
My microphone wasn't on for this.
Oh, really?
And we got
Is that where you're streaming from?
We got 2 7.5 hits out of this thing.
Who has
That's probably how you feel right now.
Yeah, I feel that.
I think that there's enough audio recorders going on in here.
Yeah, I also have the recorder right there.
Yeah, so you got this might be a little bit more. Run.
Run.
Alright, ending recording.
Turn off this little fella.
Thank you for that sub. Hey, we having a stream, baby, with Rogue Lyshaw. Thank you very much. Let's go. Rogue. Gotta name that stream, baby. Gotta name that stream, baby. Let's go.
Stepping into this spot.
And I got weird pain in my eye.
What happened to that Reese's?
Is it not there anymore?
It's up here now.
Just can't name it Max.
I'm gonna ask.
Can't name the stream baby Max. Not after Verstappen. No, not happening.
That was expected, right?
I mean, look at that thing.
My husband's gonna be pretty upset.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right.
Well, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I'm going to hear that again.
And my phone shut down.
Okay. That was expected, right?
My husband's gonna be pretty upset.
Okay. Okay. That was. I heard that moan. That was actually zombie. That was zombie.
Battery is completely dead in this. All right, definitely gonna have to make some trips.
Yeah.
This will be trip number 1. You hear a squeak behind
That was the door. That was the door.
Okay, and then this is all right. So then they leave. The mumbling of the voices from the other room, the front room. And then that was the thing. That's the end of the stream. That was the end of the stream. The stream literally just cut off. Phil didn't even cut off the phone. Or maybe no, not. Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back. How much more of the stream is left here? Excuse me a moment. Let's try this. Okay. So there is a little more to the stream. All right. Oh, so I cut the stream off there, but I'm just going to let this play. It's another 2 minutes, so I'm just going to let this play. Off camera is this. Now here's where it's going to get interesting. I have to confirm this with Phil. You notice in the back the grid. You notice in the back the grid dimming and then getting brighter and dimming again. And the only problem is I can't recall, because I wasn't in the room, I couldn't recall if Phil left the grid plugged into a battery, because I know we had a battery pack in the room. The other thing is I'm noticing that the grid is not compensating. It's not getting brighter again. It's dimmed and it stayed dim. That could be something credible. That could be something credible. And all the voices that you're hearing, that's just chatter from the owners. And meanwhile, this thing is just ridiculous. It's just endless. Wait a minute. All right, so if you're not seeing what I'm seeing here, I'll give you this. Go on ahead and watch the grid in the back. Watch the grid in the back. It's right there. And what I've just also realized something about, if you notice too, the grid doesn't really change after Phil and Boo leave. Phil moved the grid out of the way. It's pretty steady. It's pretty steady here. It's not like it's getting brighter or darker or anything. If it was not on a battery, and by this time I'm pretty sure I had this plugged into a battery. I'm gonna have to check with Phil after stream, of course. But watch it here. It's right there. It's right there. Okay. It's right there. So there are two ways for the grid, and this thing is going off as well. There are two things for the grid to be triggered by, or to tell that something's going on with the grid. One of them is you see the grid warp. You see the grid, you see something pass in front of it, right? The second way is if you see the grid dim. If Phil can confirm that the GS2 was plugged into a battery pack, the thing I remember it being plugged into a battery pack. But what I've also noticed about this is that whenever it isn't in a battery pack, if it's not plugged into a battery pack, it starts to flicker, and that's when it's running on its own battery. But if it's plugged into a battery pack, it never flickers. So this now rests on whether or not Phil Rossi can remember. And the downside about Phil Rossi, again, I love the man dearly. He's got the brain of a goldfish. He has a real tough time. Remembering. And I have to try to phrase it so that he doesn't give me the answer that I really want. This could go down as inconclusive. And this is one of the reasons why, chat, this is one of the reasons why you want to be part of a crew. You want to have somebody there to confirm and to make sure. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. The little flurry you see at the end. It is one of the weirdest things. It is one of the weirdest things about whenever I download a stream. From whenever I download a stream from Twitch, the last half an hour suddenly goes into this weird time lapse. So yeah, so it, I can't even, I have to go frame by frame to see who's doing what. See, that's Zombie. And Zombie's picking up the last bits. And I think he probably left stream running. And unfortunately, I doubt very sincerely if any of this is, if any of that is salvageable. But that thing with the grid, I'll have to follow up with Phil on that. Okay. I'm not done with stream yet, everybody. I'm not done with the stream yet, okay? I still have I still have a few things that I want to look at before we call it. But I do want to feed Benedict his end of the day pumpkin treat because he loves his pumpkin. And I want to make sure I take care of that. But so far, I think the stream is going really well on both YouTube and Twitch. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on the respective channels, on the respective platforms. This is something new that I have never done. I have never done an in-studio multi-stream, and it's been kind of cool. I'm kind of digging this. Phil seems like he makes a great... Phil seems like he makes a great teammate. Here we go. Whoops. It is very important to investigate with people you know very well, even down to the abnormal sounds they make. Yes. And that's the thing. And now keep this in mind too, creeps. One of the things you got to know about me and Phil was, and you've probably seen this, when I say it all started with the video game, Phil invited me to play Phasmo. And then we started playing Phasmo together. And based on that, it led to this. It led to us doing the last thing in the world I ever thought I'd see myself doing, which is paranormal investigation. Of course, when I talk to old friends of mine, they go, "Oh yeah, I could see you doing this." So I'm just like, okay. Phil knows me better than I do. But yeah, it is important to be with at least one person that gets you and is able to read you the way Phil read me in that moment. And I know there's some people that just they don't, I guess they just don't feel like they feel like they're alone. And I'm like, you know what? I think it might surprise you if you reach out amongst your friends and find out who would want to be a part of that, want to be a part of something like paranormal investigation. But I'm going to take a bit of a stretch break. I forget to take stretch breaks when I'm doing this kind of stuff, but I'm going to take a quick break so I can make sure Benedict is fed. I'm also going to put in some some hydration in here. There's one more clip I want to look at, and then I want to share some thoughts on the space itself. Thanks everybody for being here. I really do appreciate it. For those of you who are on Twitch, thank you. For those of you on YouTube, thank you. I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts. Feel free to share comments on the YouTube video when we're done or in real time as we're talking right now. And thank you for joining me on this open, transparent look at what we really do in paranormal investigation. I will be right back, everybody. I'm gonna go look for the invader.
I'm willing to bet probably Steps.
He is Steps because I am at drill and he is not here. And over there.
I don't see him.
Yep, there he is.
Got him.
Woo! Let's go, baby.
This is what the team. Incoming at the coach. Portal's ready. Grab your gun. This is what the team can feel. Revel in this. One down. That's two. Seconds left. Bury another. Oh, they should have run. Look at them now. They're dead.
I'll take it.
Time for a prime evil. Feel that
I'll
way.
take it. I'll take it. I'll take that. That felt really good. That felt really good. Come on, give me some hype in chat. Give me
right,
all
I've
your
got
hype
super.
emotes in chat.
Let's go,
Do
baby.
It. Do it. Do it, baby.
All right, I've
Hang
got
in
a
there.
super going.
All right, they are right in front of you. Throw it. Hit it, baby.
Yeah,
Hit it.
I got some, baby.
Oh my God, he got him. He got his first invader
Let's
kill.
go, Chad.
Here
Can we
to see
get
it.
some hyphen chat, baby? I got another one. I got another
There we
one.
go.
Let's go. I'm just,
All right,
I don't
Chad.
care. I'm camping spawn right now. It's a black guy doing this. And I'm back, baby. All right, let's kill this primeval and go home.
Yes.
Woo!
All right, melt the primevals, fire team. Melt the primeval. Let's make this happen.
Let's go. Oh, I'm dead. Let's melt this, baby.
Let's hit this. Let's hit it.
All right,
Hit it,
let's
baby.
go out on a
Hit it
win,
with everything
folks.
you got. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go.
did it, baby.
Let's go. How many did you take out? How many did you take out?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I
Well,
took
no,
out
no,
like
it'll
maybe
say in
2
your
or
stats.
3.
It'll say in your stats.
It'll say my stats. Okay, let's see. Let's see, Chad. Come on.
Let's do this. Oh my God! He was
I got
one away from home. Army of one. Let's go!
Yeah! Oh my God, we did it! Woo!
Through a grant from No Kid Hungry, which was a majority of our resources, right? To be able to purchase this truck and get it going. So families have a hard time to get from one place to another place. And I was like, man, why can't we be the ones to get to them, right? And we could lift off that burden, you know, eliminate that barrier and be able to serve our students, our families, in a way that they feel like we actually care for them.
Hi, I'm Steve Saylor, aka Blind Gamer Steve. I'm a content creator and accessibility advocate and consultant in the video game industry.
My name is T Morris. People call me T, they call me T Monster. I also go by Twitch Dad.
When I started looking into wanting to stream, I had known this dude here for about, I think about 10 years at that point.
10 years.
And so I reached out to him. I was like, hey, you know what? I know you play Destiny. Would you be cool kind of helping me and guiding me through the game? I've never played it before.
This is when I gave you a little bit of honesty. I said, are you sure you want me? Because you see me play, so you know how bad my aim is. It'll be the blind leading the blind. And he went, that's what we'll call it.
All right, there's the Traveler. There's the Traveler in front of us. Let's go. Walk forward. Walk forward. I want you to enjoy this.
As someone who has a disability where it affects my vision and it is hard for me to be able to play games in general, having someone take the time and guide me through being able to play a game and not try to rush me through things, that meant the world to me.
Where's that? All right. Oh, there he is.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah!
In any other game, it's usually people don't want to play with a disabled person. Whereas with Destiny, I can jump in with T, I can jump in with my friends, and even when we just jump in with random blueberries in the community, we can still be able to help each other out, and that's why I love Destiny.
Did you shoot my friend? That was a bad choice.
It's all about being able to reach out and pick someone up and being like, we can do this together. And that is being a hero. It's being able to lift everyone else up.
It's not about you. It's about the fire team. That's what makes a good guardian, is when it's about reaching the end goal and reaching it together.
I am still super proud of being a part of the Heroes Welcome campaign and being able to do that for the folks at Bungie. Seriously. Okay, didn't realize it was 10 o'clock. But as you can see, Benedict did get his, he got his pumpkin power. I'm looking for the kittens. I don't see the kittens anywhere. Let me see if the kittens have absconded to the bed. Log in? Really? You want me to log in? Okay. So I'm looking at the conversation going on between Creeps and Arelis, and in in YouTube, and I have thoughts. And I wanted to make sure I shared those thoughts with you all. What happened to the camera with Moneypenny? I think the... Oh, wait. I think the Moneypenny camera has fallen somewhere. I'll have to take care of that. So let me just you know, kind of touch on some of these things. For one thing, you know, you say I'd love to ghost hunt, but I'm a big chicken. And here's the thing I would say about ghost hunting in general. You know, I would say the thing about ghost hunting is it doesn't necessarily have to be an intense experience. Now, you know, Creeps Arelis, I know I met you all through the paranormal community online, you know, on these different shows that we frequent, whether it's Paranormal Quest, whether it is Amy's Crypt, whether it is Paranormal Encounters or Adelaide Horizons. But I realized something about all of these shows. One thing that they have in common that I think Old Spirits kind of goes against the grain, and I'll give you a good example. Amy's Crypt. I would absolutely love to go on an investigation with Amy and Jared. I love those two. I love their products. I love what they do. That being said, I realize when I think about it that the places that I would want to take them may not be intense enough for what they normally do. And let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. One of the places that I had a great time, and I think Amy and Jared would really enjoy, was a place called the it's called the Dunlora Inn. It's this lovely bed and breakfast in Mineral, Virginia. That was our Christmas special for our first season of Old Spirits. Currently, we're actually planning a Christmas special for this year for Old Spirits, and it's going to be at a place called the Jefferson Hotel. The problem is these places I don't think are intense enough for Amy and Jared. They're doing Dracula's Castle. They're doing a penitentiary. They're doing an insane asylum. They're doing a boys' school that had a lot of tragedy and a lot of scandal. And the problem, Morellis, is that those places usually will yield a very intense experience. But like one place that I would love to take Amy and Jared, but I would have to tell them, I don't know if this is the experience that you're looking for, but they might be able to play an angle on it, is the Jenny Wade house. It's where we took Steve Saylor, Blind Gamer Steve, for his first ever hunt. And there was nothing malicious, nothing terrifying there, but it was challenging. And it was intense. It was defying what you accept as normal, right? And another place that Pip and I went to, and we had a great time there. I don't know if there was anything malicious there, but there was definitely a vibe there. It's a place called the Wayside Inn. It is the oldest operating, it's the oldest operating tavern and inn in the United States, and it dates back about 400 years. Actually, sorry, 300 years. 300 years and some change. And yeah, not every experience is some scary. There's some intense but truly beautiful moments that you can have when you're studying the paranormal. And I can't speak for Creeps. I don't know the kind of places that you go to, Creeps, but I know that for myself, I can count on one hand the amount of places that I've gone to that have been intense, and equally terrifying. But like one of our favorite places to go, and if you've taken a look at some of the content that we have on Old Spirits, you'll know when I talk about Linville Manor. This place is very intense. This place is absolutely stunning from a paranormal perspective. But do I think it is dark? Is it intense? No. In fact, it's just the opposite. It is one of the loveliest places. I spent my 55th birthday party there. I had a haunted tiki birthday party in Wynn Brewer's converted basement, which is now a tiki bar. And we had an absolute effing blast. And my guests there had an effing blast. And it just because it's a haunted place doesn't necessarily mean that it's malicious. Now, that being said, and here's where this conversation is going to get a little bit dark. I haven't looked at the clip yet, and I'll probably look at it another time, and I'll probably do another multi-stream because I've really enjoyed doing this. I've really enjoyed doing the multi-stream. It's been a lot of fun. But one of the things that I would say is before you investigate any property, know the history. Know the history. Which brings us to what happened to me at this undisclosed location. So I can't give the location. I can't tell you where it is. But I can tell you this much about it. It is in a location of South Carolina that used to be, and that is key phrase, used to be. It used to be this house is sitting on the location of a plantation, a former plantation called yeah, exactly. Even in a place like Crescent, you can still have a beautiful moment. But we went this house that you saw me investigating just now. It is sitting on the property of an area known as the Maryville Plantation, and the Maryville Plantation was actually turned into a town. It was converted into a town. It was willed by the former plantation owner's wife. She wanted to give the property to the formerly enslaved people, and they're going to turn it into into their own town. And for years, this town was doing really, really well for itself. It was prospering according to all the finances and all the different records that we have found until there were three white merchants that came into the town, and they basically said, we don't feel comfortable paying taxes to, and they of course were using the N-word, and the people in charge of Maryville, an all African American community, basically said, okay, we'll waive your taxes. So there were three white merchants doing business tax-free in this area of South Carolina. The surrounding area, including the city of Charleston, was seeing how well this town was doing for itself. And they didn't care for it. They didn't particularly care for it. They also didn't particularly care for these three white merchants being at the mercy of the community of Maryville. Keep in mind, these three merchants were working there tax-free. And so they were like, well, we need to get rid of Maryville. But here was the problem. Years before, a couple decades before, there was the insurrection in North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina. There was an insurrection in Wilmington, North Carolina. And then barely a decade before this period in time, there was the Tulsa Massacre. So you got the Tulsa Massacre and you've got the Wilmington, North Carolina insurrection. And the folks in South Carolina were like, well, we got to figure a different way of sort of making this town go away because, you know, this. So what happened? They took it all the way to the South Carolina government. And the state stepped in and said, we're revoking your charter. And they didn't really give a reason why. They just said, we're revoking your charter. They fought it. They fought it for years. But the overwhelmingly white South Carolina government of that day and age basically said, you need to, you know, we're doing away with your town's charter, and it worked. That's what happened in this place called Maryville. That's the property that this house was sitting on. And when you think about the bad juju that could stir up, coupled with the fact of what would happen on your average southern plantation. And here's the thing that's getting me worked up talking about this. The people that own that house had none whatsoever, any idea of what the history of this place was. And that's the thing. They thought they were basically, we've got these real pleasant spirits here, and then there's this one cranky one in the back. You just don't provoke him, and he'll leave you alone. But he's cranky. He'll say some nasty things to you, but that's about it. That's all they told us about the house. That's all they told us about the house. And you dig into the history, you find out a lot of stuff. This community, this African American community of Maryville, had a school. Again, they had a school somewhere in the boundaries of Maryville that taught formerly indentured servants a trade. And all of this, you know, and no, Pip, I don't think it was that. I think if they had known the history, they would have said something. Because what happened to me in that house, I'm not exaggerating. What happened to me in that house, it was yeah. And we have uncovered creeps. We've uncovered a lot after that particular happening. But it was clear to me that the people that owned that house had no freaking clue, not a one, of what was there. Hey, how you doing there, Panic? I gotta pause this conversation real quick. Panic, how did the interview go? Did everything go smoothly? How did you feel about it? Yeah, I am a tipsy bear. Okay. Yeah, exactly, hon. But it was so basically. And while I wait for Panic's answer to that question, again, these are the things that I would. Okay, the interview went well. That's what I want to hear. Yes.
More of that, please. More of that, my girl.
Fingers are crossed. You're optimistic. I'm optimistic. Keep me in the loop. Now, back to what we were talking about. I mean, you should know, Aurelius, the history of wherever you're going. Just even a vague idea. But the people that own the property, they should also be able to... Great. That is awesome, Panic. That is awesome. But the people that own the property should be able to tell you something about what has happened on that land. And the fact that these people just were kind of blasé about it, I mean, I look back on it, and the other thing too that kind of pissed me off is that and this is what happens when you get into the business of paranormal investigation. I had something happen to me. And these people never checked on me once. They never checked on me afterwards. When they saw me leave the house, Phil explained to them if something happened. They didn't even check on me. I had my teammate check on me. I had Phil check on me. I had the other team there check on me. And then they finally said, "You doing all right?" And I was absolutely stunned that this team, the people that were running this house, and here was the thing they told us. They said, "Yeah, we'd like to do a network of houses. And then what you do is, eventually we'll get these houses fixed up. We'll flip the houses, and then you can spend the night in one house, and then you investigate it, and then you go to the other house, and you spend the night. You make it a whole weekend." So they had the angle, they had the hustle going on, but they have no freaking clue, I think, what transpired in that area. And when I said when I mentioned to you, Ellis, the unsavory people that were in that area, there was some dude. He was shirtless and across the street from me and Boo. While Boo was talking me down, he is egging me on across the street. He was flying on something. And that was not doing a lot for my calm, for enhancing my calm. But the one thing that I will say is that once I got off of that porch of that house, I immediately felt lighter. I felt like something had lifted and I was golden. And I would have rather taken on the crackhead across the street than that house. But the thing was that I wasn't alone. That would be the advice I give you, Arelis. Advice number one: if you do investigate, go with people you trust. Try doing something like try a public investigation. That's a growing trend now, is doing public investigations. And you work. Sometimes you'll work with people, and it's a more positive experience. The second bit of advice that I would tell you, though, don't. It goes back to an old Southern saying: "Don't shit where you eat." Don't turn these on in your house. Don't turn these on in your house. You wanna you're too trusting? That's not true, Panic. That's not true, Panic. You are a good soul and you're a human being. But if you want to tell me in Discord DMs what you mean, you're more than welcome to tell me. You're more than welcome to tell me there. But yeah, I have a rule. I do not turn on my devices because, and that's also true when I like when we were investigating the old hospital on College Hill, I was convinced that I heard my name spoken downstairs from the house downstairs. I was convinced that I heard my name spoken. Now that did not mean that I whipped out the gear and started recording and started doing some investigating. It's because I had 2 more nights to sleep there. But I was getting some juju in that house. I was getting some juju in that particular Airbnb. So I would say to you, if you are going to have devices, do not test them at your house. I would instead say test them somewhere else, like a battlefield or park, somewhere where some history has happened. And that I think is a little better than trying to test these types of devices in your house, because when you test them in your house, well, you might find out something that you don't want to know about your house. I just don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. But depending on where you are in the world and where you live, if you've got a park, or if you've got, better yet, like a battlefield, you could find some quiet corners of a battlefield. You can find the quiet corners of a battlefield or somewhere where a battle has occurred, whether it's Revolutionary War or the American Civil War, and you could probably pull out a device. Oh, Maryland? Okay. Let me help you out there. Maryland. There is a battlefield, Antietam. Antietam. We were picking up something really, really intense in Antietam. Not intense bad, just very strong. Another place now, okay, you said Maryland, right? Look at Linville Manor. Look at Linville Manor. Linville Manor will knock your socks off. Don't open doors you can't close, especially in your own house. Those are wise words from Aunt Ruth. I live in a redneck trailer park. Lord knows.
Seriously, Lana, call Kenny Loggins because you're in the danger zone.
That could happen, Brad. That could definitely happen. But I would say Aurelius, look up on Airbnb. Look up Linville Manor. And I'm not exaggerating when I tell you this, Aurelius. Look at Linville Manor. Look at spending a night or two there. Drop our names. Drop Old Spirits Investigations. Say, T from OSI has talked about this place. I saw it on Old Spirits, and I'm really curious. And Win will help you out. Win will help you out. Win Brewer is Winn Brewer, as in like brewer of beer, but he doesn't brew beer. Win is absolutely fantastic in that respect. What are you two doing? I feel like I got a Mexican standoff going on down here. Take a look at this right here. There's the 20-pounder, and there's the 8-pounder. But Win will set you up. And heck, if Win wanted us to come out and do like a special investigation with you, we'd probably figure out some way of making that work. Because we have done public investigations with Win before, and he's a delight to work with. He's an absolute delight to work with. By the way, Brad, I thought you'd like to hear. We took Evie and the kittens to meet our head vet, the vet who hadn't met them yet. And not only did the kittens pass with flying colors, but she basically could not get over the fact of, one, how beautiful Evie was, and two, what great kittens, how well. She just said, these are great kittens. So we're doing all right in that respect. but I would definitely say Aurelius, look, yeah, exactly. There's also a lot of history of Linville Manor. A lot of history. I would suggest, Aurelius, and this is not a shameless self-promotion, take a look at parts 1 and 2 of our Linville Manor shows from this past season, and I think it'd be great you going there and having a paranormal experience. I mean, it was there we found our first ghost cat, and it was a cool experience. It was definitely a cool experience. So that was but the thing is Win knows the history, and he's also open-minded to yes, Brad. Look at part 1 of Linville Manor, and you will hear us actually capture on audio in the dark. We're in the dark, but you can hear it in audio. We catch a ghost cat. We catch the sound of a ghost cat, and it was the coolest thing ever. And Win calls this ghost cat Shadow, and Pip actually felt it brush up against her leg at one point. So I think that's kind of cool. That's nice to hear, Aurelius. But I mean, I don't think when people talk about being scared or being a scaredy cat or whatever, my thoughts about it are, look, the actual investigation is not necessarily going to get intense, or it's not necessarily going to get... It depends on where you are. It also depends on your intent. If you go in my late gal Clara Jane visits me, and you know, you never know, man. If you ever feel that something is watching you, or you feel something brush up against your leg, and you're convinced that is your Clara Jane, but it turns out it's not. I don't know what to tell you. Man. But oh, that's right. You kicked it. I don't think Shadow holds that against you, Pip. I don't think Shadow holds that against you. So yeah, everybody. That is that's the thing about paranormal investigation. You do not necessarily now. Here's what I would suggest. If you're looking for a starter kit, do not start with one of these. Do not even start with one of these. Definitely don't start with one of these. I would suggest, and Brad's gonna probably recognize this off the top, right off the top. Start with one of these. Start with this. This is a Zoom H2. Fits in the palm of your hand, right? Fits in the palm of your hand. Makes really, really clean recordings. And this is a Movo windscreen. Okay, basically it's a condom for your Zoom. And you put this puppy on, and you start with one of these. This whole thing, you know, windscreen and all. Now, granted, it may cost a little more if you decide you want to have a like a 32 gig card for it. This right here is just $100. This is $100 right here. I just recently upgraded my H4n after having it for 15 years, Brad. Having it for 15 years, and I finally upgraded when I saw one of my X microphones was like this. I was like, yeah. You have questions and concerns about... Those are the silver ones. Not the original H4s, but the H4Ns. Oh, wait. Did you say... do you have questions and concerns about me referring to the windscreen as a condom? That's kind of cool. Well, I mean, when they said French tickler, this is what I thought they were talking about. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. All right. I am losing control of this conversation quickly, so let me try to pull it back. I will also give Nova Scotty for you, right? I will say though, and I'll throw the link into the chat. The video cameras that have infrared, but I'm being very, very, very precise about this. The cameras that have infrared, but all come in with like a kit, and they are priced around $80 to $150. Do not buy those. Those are Chinese knockoffs, and they are not good cameras. And for the amount of money that I paid for those cameras, they were not worth it. They were definitely not worth it. So what is worth it? Okay, let me look up this. The important thing is you want to find a video camera that has infrared. You want to find a camera that offers infrared. Now, I'm going to recommend this one. They do have some slightly cheaper models, but I think this is going to be the best bang for your buck right here. I'm just going ahead and I'll get a link here, and I'll drop it. Oh, not that chat. I almost dropped it. Well, actually, we do, Arelis. It's the 5-Minute Paranormals. We do give a class on this, and it's the 5-Minute Paranormals. But if you take a look at that link right there that I just dropped into the YouTube chat, that is first off, one, it's a brand that I recognize, Minolta. And they have some now. The reason now these three cameras, I recommend them because they're inexpensive. And they're only like 135, like the one I just threw up there, it's $135. That is not bad for a camera that has that resolution and offers you infrared. But there's one more thing you got to get, because you're right. I may do a 5-minute paranormal in season 3 about this. You also want to make sure that if you pick up that camera, you also pick up one of these. And let me see if I can find it. Come on. Oh, almost. There it is. There it is. You also want one of these. You also want one of these, Arillis. Give me a minute. I have a few of these. This attaches on the shoe of the top of your Minolta, and it's called an infrared or IR emitter. What it does is that it basically acts like a flood lamp, but it's a flood lamp for infrared. So instead of getting a decent amount of infrared coverage with your camera, you're getting a crap ton of it. And it makes a huge difference. Start with that. Start with that kind of camera. And if your budget allows, start with one of these. You want something that captures video and captures audio, that captures both cleanly. And you do that, you're ready to start investigating. Because yes, Creeps is absolutely right. Just starting with your bare bones, your senses. And Phil has said this too. Starting with that is probably the best kind of investigating to start, right? Yeah, they really do. They're probably the best thing that Ordoro make. Phil has had really good luck with Ordoro cameras. Mine is kind of spotty, but I would say that they're IR emitters. The only better IR emitter that's out there, I think, is the one that Ghost Stop makes, the Phasm light. That thing is a thing of beauty. There, Creeps. But anyway, what I was saying that just starting with your own senses, that's fine too. Heck, your phone is a great place to start as well for a camera. But the reason I recommend the Minolta camera with IR and the IR emitter and one of these as your starter kit is because you are now recording. You are capturing the data. And you're capturing on a card. You're capturing it in some form that you can use. And Creeps, if you have one of these, I apologize. But it's why I have such a bee in my bonnet over the DR66. The fact that paranormal investigators use a 30-year-old digital recorder, and I'm gonna try very hard to navigate this because I don't want to piss anybody off. But the fact that they have these discontinued digital recorders, okay, from the 90s, not even from this century, but from the 90s, and they're using them for paranormal investigation. I'm sorry, that is not a legit tool. That is a flex. They go for have I pissed anybody off yet? We don't have that recorder. It's good. Exactly. Thank you, Creeps. This is why you follow our channel, because see, this is the podcast for me coming out. Pod culture over on the Twitch side. Brad's there going, oh, here he come. He a coming, author of Podcasting for Dummies. He's a coming. Now here's the advantage of baby monitors, because we've got 2 of those. They are good in a pinch. for IR. Maybe not great for the audio, but for the video, you got something to work with. But the thing about the DR66 that drives me bananas is that you cannot extract the audio from it. You have to actually hook it up and play it back and recapture the audio. So it's like making a JPEG of a JPEG. Whereas here, this is digital audio. This is true digital audio. And the other thing is too, is that the microphones of the DR66 are not necessarily what you would call high quality. And the speaker has a sound range that is less than the human ear. And this is where the podcaster me is, to me, this is one of the reasons why I feel like I'm in a good place with paranormal investigation, because I'm bringing years of podcasting, years of working with audio, years of working video, and applying that. When people say to me, who are you to tell us about X, Y, and Z? I'm like, because I was working with these before I got into paranormal investigation. So I know what to listen for in audio. I know the difference between an audio artifact and something paranormal. Okay. Welcome to my soapbox, everyone. But the thing is that you're and also this is the other reason why the amount of money that people are dropping for a digital recorder from the 1990s. You could get a Canon XA11, which is the cameras that the folks on Project Fear use. That's the cameras we use because Project Fear use them. Just saying. All right. Should I get off my soapbox now? I should get off my soapbox now. Okay. It is getting late. I should wrap up. We want to get some kitten time in as well. If you want to take a look, though, Arelis, at our earlier, if you look at season 1, I think one of our first, if not the first, it was our very first 5-minute paranormal. It was, if you want to get started, here's what we recommend. And we kind of throw it out there. And if you've got like one of those Minolta cameras, an IR emitter, one of these, and your phone running Ghost Tube, you're ready to go. That's a great starter kit, in my opinion. Great starter kit. But I would also say, don't go alone. Don't go alone. I'm sure one of your friends might be even a little curious about it. But don't go alone. Unless it's Linville Manor, then, roll the bones. But Linville Manor, I think, is a safe place. It's a super safe place, and as my wife Pip said, Win Brewer is one of those people that is 100% friendship is magic. He's just a good person. He's one of the good ones. All right, everybody. On that note, I'm gonna look and see. Whoa. And I'm gonna mute myself. Oh, I see what's going on here. All right. So for those of you on Twitch, we gonna raid. We're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid my girl. We're gonna raid my girl Ash of Ash Said Hi, because she's doing a charity stream tonight. So I'd like you to throw some money her way, give her a little bit of love, and help her crush their goals. And for those of you on YouTube, no raid for you. And that's nothing personal. It's just the way YouTube works. But thanks everybody for an amazing night. Thank you everybody for helping me make this multi-stream happen. I think we're gonna do it again. So we're definitely gonna do it again. Thank you one and all, and I will see you all on Thursday, where it's the Double Play Thursday. Rogue is going to be joining me. We're going to get some Destiny on. It's going to be good. It's going to be good times. And then yeah, I'll keep you up to speed on what's coming up next. All right, everyone. Take care, everybody. Peace.